All right, hold up. Look, answer me this. Why is it that when somebody turns us down or they tell us no, we tie that to our emotions? Yeah, we get very disturbed by that and we get depressed and it starts to show up in our attitude, our behaviors, and our overall disposition because they told us no. And what happens is it works against us in our journey of life, right? Why do we do that? Well, look, I want to shed some light on something today, right? I want to let you guys know out there that when somebody turns you down or when somebody says no, that means it's a yes right around the corner. Not far away at all. Trust is right around the corner. So I'm going to share a personal account from my own life that gives credence to what we're talking about here, right? So I need you to travel with me real quick. We're going to take a little journey. We're going to journey back a few years. I was in drug rehab. Had made a lot of bad decisions and I landed myself in drug rehab because of those decisions that I made. And I was trying to piece my life back together. And this program I was in was an inpatient program, right? You live there, you got counseling, you got therapy, you went to meetings. Great program. In addition, you would have to find full-time employment. That was on you, right? You had to find full-time employment. So what I did, I went about a block down the road from the drug rehab and I applied at this sports distributor. And I applied for a warehouse position. So I went in and talked to the vice president of the company and long story short, they hired me in the warehouse. And let me tell you, when I got hired in there, I'm talking about I exceeded the standard, right? I was there on time. I learned the product. I learned different strategies and different systems in the warehouse to make it run more efficiently, right? I mean, I was knocking it out the park. I mean, I was getting it, right? And over a period of time, there was a position that came open in the front office, purchasing manager. And I thought to myself, I said, now, man, they got good AC up front in the office. It's hot back here in the warehouse. That was one of the reasons, but of course, it paid a lot more money. And that was one of the driving forces for me to want to apply for that job, right? I had no experience though. So what I did was I walked into the vice president's office and I asked him, I said, hey, I'd like to apply for the purchasing manager position. And he kind of looked at me and he says, Ron, you want to try to work up in the office? I said, yeah. So he said, give me a few days, I'll think about it. A few days go by and there's this lady that walks in and they hired her. And for just a moment, I was crushed, right? Because that was really saying no, right? We went another direction. And for just a second, I was crushed and I was in a fork in the road and I thought to myself, maybe I'll just revert back to my old ways. I didn't get what I wanted, so now I'll start showing up late or barely on time. I'll start doing the bare minimum. I'll just skate by, status quo mentality, and just do what's required and get in and get out of there every day. But I didn't do that. I continued to exceed the standard. I continued to work harder than what I was getting paid for. And over time, what happened after about 3 months, the lady left. The lady made a lot of mistakes, and they labeled her actually as incompetent to handle that position. They pulled me in the office. They said, listen, Mr. Green, we're going to give you an opportunity. We're going to give you 3 months to learn this. If you learn it in 3 months, we'll hire you full-time purchasing manager. If you can't learn it, we'll send you back in the warehouse. No harm, no foul. So I'm like, run it. And boy, it was tough, right? First of all, 90% of the job entailed computer keyboard. And I was a pecker. I mean, you know, like a little bit like that. And I had people next to me left and right and they're going, I mean, getting it. So, you know, I said, okay, don't get discouraged. Definition of problem is that which can be solved. So I said, how do I solve this problem? So I said to myself, how I will keep up is I'll come in 2 hours early. I won't get paid for those extra hours, but I'll come in just to keep up. And then when everybody leaves at 5, I'll stay to 7. And I won't get paid for those hours, but at least I'll be able to keep up and I'll be able to start becoming more acclimated and maybe a little bit faster on the keys. So I made that investment. And over time, I got faster and I was able to come in like everybody else. Long story short, after 3 months, they hired me. Yeah, I got the job, man. And I stayed with that company for maybe about 3 years before they moved out of the area. So let's take the key points real quick. Key point is, number one, they said no, basically by hiring someone else. Number two is I continued to work harder than what I was getting paid for. I did not let it change my attitudes, my behaviors, or my overall disposition. I continued to be Ron Green. And what happened is over time, Yes was right around the corner. And they hired me. So I tell you right now, if you're doing those college applications and you're getting turned down, listen, Yes is right around the corner. If you're out there job hunting and you're getting turned down, Yes is right around the corner. If you're doing those proposals, you're an independent contractor, you work for yourself, you're doing proposals and you're getting those no's, Yes is right around the corner. Man, listen, don't take no as something bad. Listen, Yes is right around the corner. Let's go out there and get it.